Hello, Super Scholars. We have been working on social studies for quite some time, but today we get to switch over to science. So we are going to begin a new science unit, and it is going to be light and sound. And I don't know about you all, but I'm super excited. I love science. Okay, so we're going to start learning about light and sound. We will be, are you ready? Engineers who work with light and sound. Today we will learn what light and sound engineers do. So let's get ready by observing some pictures. For each picture, I want you to pause and describe what you notice. Remember, when we describe something, we're telling about it. What do you notice about this picture? Go ahead and pause the video and share some things that you notice. Something I notice is that I see shadows of two people. I can't tell for sure what they're doing, but it almost looks like they're playing chess. What about this picture? This one looks like a lot of fun. What do you notice? I notice that some parts of the picture are really dark and some of them have lights shooting out of just crazy places. And it looks like maybe they're at a concert. I see lights all across the top. I see a bright light here. And it looks like some kind of colorful lights down at the bottom, too. Hmm, what do you notice? I noticed that at the front, I can see the hands. But when you look at the wall behind it, it's just a shadow and it doesn't even look like hands. It looks like a bird. Can you do that with your hands? Okay. What about this picture? This one looks kind of wonky. What do you notice? Hmm. I'm very interested in what we're going to be learning about today. Look, more shadows. And I know we can't see, but those are definitely people. And we can't see their faces or anything like that, but we can see their shadows. It just looks like really dark spot on the wall. Oh my goodness, look at this one. It looks like she's petting a dog, but there's no dog beside her. I wonder how they did that. What do you think? How do you think they did that? What did you notice that was the same in all of the pictures we just looked at? What was the same? I noticed that there were definitely shadows in all of the pictures, and kind of looks like there's light in all of the pictures too. So let's think about what we know about how brighter and darker areas on a surface, like the wall or the ground, might be made. We're going to look at one of the pictures again, and it shows a brighter and darker area on a wall. And we're going to discuss some ideas about maybe why is part of it bright and why is the other part dark. So we're back at this picture, this really cool one, I think. Miss Martinez thinks it's cool. How do you think someone made those brighter and darker areas? We see the person, but then this part on the wall looks really bright. And then this thing kind of looks like a stop sign. It's really dark. The dog looks really dark. And then this, it's not as light as this part, but not as dark as the others. How do you think they made those? Hmm. I'm wondering if maybe there's something on the other side of whatever is taking this picture that we can't see. Okay. So what you are going to do, and this is on your independent work, think about what you know about how or why some areas are bright and some areas are dark. And look at the picture. In this box, you're going to show or tell about how you think someone did this. How do you think they made some areas bright and some areas dark? When you finish your picture, make sure to label your drawing so that the teacher can see exactly what you're trying to show. Okay, now I want you to find some areas that are bright and some areas that are dark. Why do you think some of those are bright or brighter than the darker areas? What do you notice about them? What do you notice about the light areas that's different from the dark areas? Okay, so a puppet theater company has come to us with a problem that they think we can solve by using light and sound. Their puppet shows use many heavy parts that are really difficult to carry around. And so they're hoping we can figure out how to use light to make a picture on a wall instead. Using light to make a picture will make it so that the puppet theater company doesn't have to carry all of those heavy parts. I mean, look at that. Could you imagine having to carry all of that around? That would get really heavy. And I don't know about you all, but ugh, I don't want to have to carry around heavy things all the time. So they want us to figure out how can we use light and sound so that they don't have to carry around all that stuff. And when you're looking at this picture, and I'll pull it up nice and big again, you can see that they have some lights over here in this area, right here on the little one. And light can be used to do many different things. It can help us see what's around us, it can help send signals, and it can be used to make pictures on a wall. So let's look at pictures of their puppet shows. And I want you to think about what you notice in these pictures. So we can see the musicians on the left side. They're making sound for the show. Over here with all of their instruments. Okay. Before we move on, a scene is the background of a play or a puppet show. The puppet theater company wants us to create a picture on the wall using light. Here's some more pictures. This is the scene or the background of their puppet show. Again, you see the musicians over here making music with their instruments. That looks like it'd be awfully heavy to carry. What do you think the scene is showing for the story? Think about how light is being used in this scene. Okay, so this list shows our design goals. Remember, we're light and sound engineers. We're trying to help the puppet show a little bit. So these are our goals. The scene should have a bright area, a dark area, and a medium bright. So it's not really bright and it's not really dark. It's kind of just medium. And the Puppet Theater Company has asked us to make scenes with all three of these levels. By making these three areas, the Puppet Company will be able to include tons of different things in their scenes. Now remember, we are engineers who study light. So Engineers who study light try to answer questions about how to make brighter and darker areas. And I want you to think about this question. How do we make different parts of a surface brighter or darker? That's what we're trying to solve for this puppet company. They want us to have three different levels of brightness. They want us to have super bright, really dark, and something in the middle. How do we make different parts of the same surface or a surface in general bright or dark? What is something you think you maybe could use? What do you notice just looking around your room? We do have a glossary that has some important vocabulary you can use if you need to find definitions. Um, you can pause this video and take a look at it if you need. I won't go through all of them because we kind of go through them in the lessons together. All right. So remember, you are thinking about how do we make different parts of a surface brighter or darker? And you are going to answer this question. Let me get back there. On this page, on your work today, um, draw to show how you think someone made the brighter areas, the dark areas, and the medium areas. That's kind of what the puppet company wants us to do. How do you think they did that? That's what you're thinking about today, and that's what you're doing on your independent work. I can't wait to see your all's ideas and what you come up with to answer this question. Until tomorrow, engineers, I hope you all have a great day.